Hello everyone, my name is Sponge Sonic and I love games, and I want to share my favorite games with you. Before I begin, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to hit that notification bell to receive updates on all of the latest Sponge Sonic uploads. Last time, we went through Space Colony Arc to get the Doom Spears. And we went through Rail Canyon to get Doom Blast. Now, it's time to get the next Doom power in Shadow Generations, Doom Surf. Let me show you how. After the Doom Blast tutorial, you'll approach this boss gate right here. Interact with this boss gate to reveal these challenge gates. You'll notice that between each of these gates is a key encased in this dark purple shield. There are 4 keys to collect, 2 per stage, although you only need 3 to unlock this particular boss gate. To unlock each key, you'll need to complete both challenge missions in each act of a given stage. Let's begin. Space Colony Arc Act 1 Challenge 1. The goal here is to defeat 30 of these enemies, called Artificial Chaos, before reaching the goal ring. If you don't beat all of these before getting to the goal, you'll fail. But don't worry, there's plenty of Artificial Chaos to destroy. Destroying all these robots will fill up your Chaos Control meter every time. So if you're worried you won't get that S rank, rest assured Chaos Control is here to help. Challenge 2 is more, well, challenging. You only have 1 ring on hand as you need to traverse this obstacle course and make it to the goal ring. You're just gonna have to tread carefully while also getting there fast enough to get that S rank. Just be careful of spike pits, incoming missiles, enemy forces, pretty much any obstacle this level throws your way. If you completed both challenges, that's the first key unlocked. Just jump up and grab it. Now on to the challenge missions from Act 2. Funny enough, we covered this mission a little bit in the Doom Blast video not too long ago. So this one is a little more of a brief recap. You essentially have to defeat these waves of robots with these big guys right here, using Doom Blast. And as I've gone over on multiple occasions, these big guys alone are enough to completely refill your Chaos Control meter. Although in this mission, you're already defeating waves of robots, so that meter's going to be refilled to its max no matter what. To activate Chaos Control, press L2, or your controller's equivalent. Speaking of Chaos Control, guess what Challenge 2 centers around? Now, I will admit, this S rank time up here may appear quite daunting, especially for newcomers. But as I've gone over countless times, Chaos Control can freeze time. And there are plenty of capsules to collect to refill your meter to its max. You'll be able to make it to the goal ring in less than 25 seconds. Heck, maybe even less than 20. With both missions completed, you have unlocked the second key. Just jump up to grab it, just like before. Would you look at that? We're already halfway there. Now to switch gears, no pun intended this time, to Rail Canyon. Now, this challenge act was already covered in the Doom Spear video, so this is just going to serve as a minor recap. The goal of this mission is to break 25 flying targets. Those targets give you rings and fill up your Chaos Control meter little by little. Now, it can be easy to prioritize getting that S rank time over breaking all the targets. So make sure you've done the minimum of at least 25 targets. In Challenge 2, you'll need to collect 100 rings, and to get that S rank, you'll need to do it in under 60 seconds. Not a problem either way. There's plenty of rings to collect no matter which path you take. And there's plenty of opportunities for Chaos Control to freeze time at your discretion. That S rank is as good as yours. And now you've unlocked the third key needed to open that boss gate. Just do what you did before to collect it. However, I recommend going for that fourth key. You'll need it later on. Act 2 Challenge 1 of Rail Canyon provides yet another Chaos Control challenge, only this time with tighter platforming. Not to worry though, there are plenty of capsules throughout the stage to fill up that meter, so you can pretty much spam Chaos Control to keep time frozen for as long as you can. In Challenge 2, you must collect 45 dash rings. Dash rings are these hoops, they're either red or rainbow colored, and they propel you forward. You have to go through 45 of them in this mission. Not a problem though, this one is littered with dash rings, hence the point. And the S rank time is pretty generous, so you'll be able to do both no problem at all. Now that we've unlocked the 4th key, it's time to go to the boss gate. Now, you can either take the route that led you to the Doom Blast seal, or you can walk up to this enemy right here, perform Doom Blast on it, and knock it right over to the boss gate. Now that's a shortcut. Use the keys to unlock it, and now you're facing the first boss of the game, the Bio-Lizard. The Bio-Lizard is the second to last boss in Sonic Adventure 2. Here, he's the first boss you face in the entire game. Just like the original, Shadow will have to dodge the Bio-Lizard's attacks before grinding on the tube that leads to its life support rig. Perform Doom Blast on that target, and if you did it right, you'll have done enough damage to trigger this sequence, where he grows wings made out of wires and bubbles. Trust me, it's a lot cooler than it sounds. From here up until a certain point, dodge the wings stomping on the ground, jump over the shockwaves they produce, and Doom Blast one of them when they're standing still. A path of bubbles will appear. Take any of them onto the life support rig to do the same move you did before. Then comes the final part of the boss battle. The Bio-Lizard will cling to the ceiling and fire small bursts of energy at you. Get rid of them using Doom Spears. This will fill your Chaos Control meter a ton. The Bio-Lizard will create a giant energy ball and fling it forward. Use Chaos Control right here to freeze the ball, and use Doom Blast to return to sender. Another path of bubbles will appear. You'll reach the life support rig and will be able to attack it. Then, you'll have to complete this final QuickTime event to defeat the Bio-Lizard for good. With the Bio-Lizard defeated, you now have the Doom Gear you need to open the next seal. One cutscene later, you're presented with this chain of robots you have to do homing attacks on. They'll lead you to a grind rail, which ultimately leads you to this seal. Use the Doom Gear to open the seal, and there you have it. You have now unlocked Doom Surf. Now, you'll get the most out of Doom Surf in the hub world. In stages like Kingdom Valley Act 1, there are numerous sections where Shadow must use Doom Surf. On watery terrain, you can boost, but only at one time, and one time only. You can also use Surf Spin, achieved by pressing L1 to spin left and R1 to spin right. It's neat for mid-air traversal, and especially useful for knocking aside objects. This is exceptionally useful for later boss battles, but we'll cover them in later videos. Sunset Heights Act 2 has a similar amount of Doom Surf sections, only this time in a 2.5D space. The ways in which Doom Surf works in 2.5D is quite different from how it works in 3D. You don't have an open space to use the move on. You're confined to a tight, linear space. It actually makes for some pretty wild speedrunning tricks. And that's how you can unlock Doom Surf and use it to make your speedruns faster and easier. As you can see, I love games. And if you love this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell for updates on all the latest Sponge Sonic uploads.